on the Ozarks CW starts now.
Another challenge for lawmakers as they attempt to pass the health care bill through the Senate this week, why some Republicans say they're still not on board.
Plus, a dramatic bus crash caught on camera right there, and the gun battle that triggered that whole thing.
Good morning, everybody. The rain has pushed away from us, and for the most part, we've got some sun out there. It looks like temps are either side of 60, cooler to the north. Central Missouri in the 50s this morning. Camdenton's 55, Salem's 54. Now, Rolla was our cool spot, but they are up to 58 now. And as you drop south, we're up to 60 in Springfield now. 64 is the warm spot down in Rogers, Arkansas. High temps today, at least in Springfield's case, will be warmer. We were the cold spot yesterday, the whole region at 74. We'll do warmer than that today. 72 by 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock around 75, and we'll add a few to that. Now, I can't rule out a stray shower this afternoon. Most of us don't have any rain to worry about, though, and the high temp right about 80 degrees. We'll get a little steam for tomorrow, but there's another front in the forecast. I'll tell you when it gets here and what it means for your weekend rain chance in just a bit.
All right, breaking news now out of Ukraine. A senior military intelligence officer has just been murdered with a car bomb. You see the explosion right there. It's in Ukraine's capital city. Police say the colonel died instantly when his car blew up this morning. Investigators are treating that explosion there as a terrorist attack. A battle in the U.S. Capitol. The Republican health care bill could face its biggest challenge today.
Without changes, at least 4 Republican senators say they will vote against it.
Thank you for being here.
President Donald Trump and Vice President Mike Pence aggressively pushed the Senate version of health care reform.
Members of the Senate will work over the course of the coming days to give us an opportunity to turn the page on the failed policies of Obamacare.
Today, the Vice President will be on Capitol Hill for a round of meetings with Republican senators nervous about the Senate bill.
We're going to continue conversations, we're going to listen to the debate and then decide.
The Congressional Budget Office score may complicate things. It says by the year 2026, 22 million more people would be uninsured under the current bill, 15 million of those as soon as next year. It would cut federal spending by $321 billion in the same time period.
If you're on the fence, I'm not so sure this report helps you much.
Democrats say it would be a disaster.
Here is a Republican health proposal that is going to hit millions of working people and seniors like a wrecking ball.
In a statement, the White House says historically the numbers by the Congressional Budget Office have been wrong. The president supports the Senate Better Care bill. Edward Lawrence, NBC News, Washington.
The Congressional Budget Office score made some senators even more nervous about voting for it if changes are not made.
The White House says it found potential evidence that Syria is preparing for a chemical weapons attack. Press Secretary Sean Spicer says the U.S. has identified potential preparations by the Assad government. Now, Spicer says the activities are similar to those made before an attack in April. Spicer warns that, quote, if Assad conducts another mass murder attack using chemical weapons, he will pay a heavy price.
This also just into our newsroom. Syrian activists say an airstrike targeting an Islamic State-run jail, which is in eastern Syria, has killed at least 42 prisoners and about 60 civilians. We know at least 15 Islamic State jailers and fighters were reportedly killed in that airstrike. It happened yesterday. A U.S.-led coalition was reportedly behind the strike.
A $3 million settlement for the family of a man killed by a suburban Minneapolis police officer. A St. Anthony police officer shot and killed Philando Castile during a traffic stop last July. Castile's girlfriend live streamed the aftermath of the shooting on Facebook, and that's where it gained nationwide attention. Earlier this month, a jury found the officer not guilty of manslaughter.
The woman suspected of leaking classified documents from the National Security Agency will be before a judge today. The former NSA contractor, Reality Winner, will appear in federal court in Augusta, Georgia. She's 25 years old, was an intelligence specialist who's now charged with mailing journalists highly classified documents about Russian interference in the 2016 presidential election. Winner remains in jail. More than 200 blood donations a day are needed to meet our area's needs.
Shayla Petrick explains why it can be hard to reach that goal this time of year. Shayla.
Well, 40 area hospitals rely on blood from the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks. The blood bank is hosting special drives all month long to make sure they're able to keep up with that demand. Blood and platelet donations can help save lives of trauma victims and people battling illness and disease. The blood center is constantly in need of all blood types, but O negative tends to be the hardest type of donation to get because less than 6% of the population has this blood type. Center leaders are urging people to come in, especially in the next 2 weeks, to make sure supply levels are maintained over the busy 4th of July holiday weekend.
We always have a daily struggle, though, to maintain those 225 donations per day that we need to supply patients at 40 hospitals. When we get that, that's great. It's been a pretty good run, but there's still a lot of summer to come. And so just before a long holiday weekend, if people want to do something really great for their community for their 4th of July, they can do it by saving lives, giving blood.
To be eligible to give blood, you just have to weigh at least 110 pounds, be in good health, and have a photo ID. Sarah.
All right, good gift to give. Thanks, Shayla. Caught on camera, a car loses control and slams into a Kansas City bus, then hit a tree and light pole.
Police say that same car right there had just been part of a rolling gun battle. Reporter Matt Evans talked to a resident who says the gunfire there is all too common.
Coming down Prospect, side by side.
Check out this video obtained by KMBC. A KCATA bus barely missing disaster. Watch close. The car hits the bus. Then a side view shows the car slam into a tree and power pole. Another view showing the bus swerving to miss the full impact of the car.
If he'd have hit it flush, some people would have been seriously injured.
We showed the video to a neighbor who saw it all.
The bullets, when they were shooting, was just as bad.
He didn't want his face shown, but said he sees violence.
Breaks my heart.
Every day.
It used to be at night, now it's all day and all night.
In March, dashcam video shows a drive-by shooting at a stoplight near 23rd and Topping. No one died there, but this rolling gun battle near 71 Highway and 39th Street did turn deadly in March.
This is not the city I grew up in.
No one died at 36th and Prospect, but the video's clear it was close.
Police can help, but adults have to get together and say, we don't want this going on.
Now, no one on the bus got hurt. When police arrived on the scene, the driver and a passenger from that smashed up car had run away.
Drivers in Nixa can learn more this afternoon about a proposal to widen Highway 14. The planned expansion is for more than a mile east and west of Highway 160. Construction, though, not expected to begin until 2019. The plan is to widen the highway from either 2 or 3 lanes up to 5 lanes. MoDOT will have to acquire some right-of-way and construction easements to do that project. The meeting is today from 4 to 6 at Nixa City Hall. 7:08 now. We are all vulnerable to injury during physical activity. Next, some important things you can do to prepare and a look at the so-called RICE method.
7:08. Brandon's in next. Tells us when temps are going to be back near 90. And, oh yeah, what about the rain chances this holiday weekend?